the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the 76ers going up against the Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And we saw flashes of it last year. But after the long wait, it appears that Joel, the process Embiid, is the real deal. Big fella, if he stays healthy, can he be the best big man in the league?
I'd say yes. And even though we compare him to a lot of big men, Hakeem, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, I'm going to say he's more like Chris Webber. Great shot from the outside and post moves that are beyond his years. Very fluid. I like this kid. The new C. Webb, that's his name.
You think he could give you 30?
Oh, no, not at all.
So you're not serious.
Yes, he was so happy about it.
You can cancel that. You can cancel that one, Ernie.
No way, can give me 30. Well, I think it's rare to see guys his size, obviously.
Stop it. I did it.
Don't say rare when I did it.
Now he doesn't
Don't say rare when I did it.
He's not that hot on Joel Embiid.
Rare is meaning it's 5 or less, and there are not. You're one of the 5.
Okay.
So 5
You're
is
medium
rare.
Hakeem.
Yourself.
C. Webb.
No, C. Webb is not real too big. He's not too big. C. Webb is 6'9".
Take it to Kevin before I knock Kenny out, Ernie.
Excellent point. Kevin, take it.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Looking at Boston, they took a win in their last game against the Nets. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Yeah, and from the start, Greg, you could tell they were ready to go. Love how fearless they were, confident, aggressive, attack mode. They don't care where the games are played. They're ready to get it done.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Horford. Smart is out there with Irving, and it's Hayward. Here's the machine, guarded by Horford. Gaddis one, knocks down the 3 ball. Gaddis one's got his first 3 points of the game.
And so it begins, taking control right up front.
And you know, Greg, that's what you like to see, grabbing hold of the lead right now, right away.
So it's Boston now. It's a 3-point game, and stolen by Simmons. Here's Judge. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Judge has got his first points of the game.
Boy, the defense looked helpless there. I mean, he's going to lay it up every time when he's got a smaller defender on it. And, you know, anytime your game is compared to LeBron James, that's a heavy mantle, no doubt about it. But, you know, with Simmons' size and point guard skills, I certainly can appreciate where people might make that comparison and can actually see some mild similarity.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. There's the pick. There's the 3. No good on the shot. Now the Celtics take it the other way. And Simmons at 6'10", a rare combination of size, strength, athleticism, and elite playmaking ability.
No question, Kevin. He's a drive and kick dime dropper supreme. I mean, this guy whips bullet passes with... You know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Hit by Horford. Here's Irving. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of it on that layup.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. That one on Horford. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And they had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And during this part of the season, a lot of lengthy road trips can be found for teams in the league. Clark, I would assume it's maybe sometimes hard to play at your best when you've been on the road for a long time.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, there's a galvanizing aspect to being on the road because it's just you and your teammates against the opponent. But when you're out on the road for a long time, things can get a little stale. You can become a little distracted. So it becomes very difficult, particularly for young teams, to work through the grind and adversity of being on the road. Veteran guys are used to it, but the young fellas often struggle with that.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
There's the screen. Smart passes to Horford. Outside Irving, 6 to shoot. Here's Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
I like how they've come out here. I mean, connecting on 4 of their first 5 shots, yes, that's good.
Here's the pass to Primetime. Now here's Saric. Defense is right there. Hayward up top. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Nice shot by Smart.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
And David Aldridge spoke with Brad Stevens. David?
Well, Kevin, he talked about his team's defensive mindset. He said they have to be willing to sacrifice a little room in the paint if it means they stay tight on their outside shooters. He said it's no secret those guys attack from long range, and that's what we've got to stop. We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that 3-point shot. basket. Irving's got 6. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Boston trails. Back to Smart. He feeds it to Horford. And it's Boston with another.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
Here's baddest one, guarded by Smart. Here's Simmons. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. He's got 6.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Back to Smart. Here's the screen. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Simmons against Irving. Here's the machine. And Boston with the rebound. Outside Irving. Pass to Hayward. Horford kicks to Hayward. Shot off the screen. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Irving against Simmons. Fires the 3. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
And, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you come to the right spot. This is your game.
Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Primetime. And power down. A jam.
Well, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out there.
Irving against Simmons. Horford sets a screen for Irving. There's the pick. Hayward outside. Puts it up from 15. It's not going to go for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I mean, a surprising victory. Looking like they'd go away easily, but boy, did they come on strong in the fourth. Big-time momentum just carrying them all the way for the win. Exciting basketball.
Really left the limit. Now it's a 3-point Philadelphia lead.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, he knows how to utilize that size. He takes advantage of it. And that's why he's able to take his time on these shots, because he knows he has that extra height advantage.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Group here for Philadelphia. And a new group in for the Celtics. Celtics trail by 3. Rozier kicks to Brown. Pick by Horford. Horford with a screen on Reddick. Here's Brown, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. One of the hardest things, Clark, to defend in the league is the pick and roll. What do defenders need to key on when they're defending a pick and roll?
Well, I think a couple of things. One is you want to try to dictate where the pick and roll is going to happen and where you want the ball handler to go. And then there's got to be great communication. The two guys involved in the screen and roll have to be on the same page. There's got to be a lot of talk. And then the three guys maybe not involved have to be ready to help their teammates. So communication, a real sense of trying to dictate to that ball handler where you want him to go and what you want to give up, because you can't take away everything when you're defending a good pick and roll combination.
Good on the second.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Bayless with it. The pass to the body. Holmes has a screen. Reddick with 3. Some solid defense from Brown.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And Bayless gets to Embiid. Holmes has a screen. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Celtics.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. So the wing on the left. Here's Tatum. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Here's Brown, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Brown's got 5 now.
I like the confidence and the assurance that Brown is taking these shots with. I mean, his mid-range game is actually on point.
Holmes with it, now guarded by Tatum. Bayless the pass to Holmes. Here's the bodyguard, defended by Miles. And it's sent back by Horford. Now, here's Miles, guarded by Holmes. Rozier kicks to Brown. They set the pick, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
All right, a chance to check out stats for the bodyguard. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging 17 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Pulls it from 20, and there are the Celtics with another basket. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Celtics.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Well, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
Drills it from outside. The bodyguard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rozier the pass to Miles. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And C.J. Miles, a lefty swingman, Clark, he's got some range on his shot.
He's already been a decade plus in the league, and one of the last guys to come straight from high school to the NBA. He's carved out a nice stretch for himself as a pretty good 3-and-D player.
One falls for. Now over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
And he makes both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Holmes has a screen. And Bayless kicks to Holmes. Now here's Bayless. He started close. Clark, a lot of former players in a specific instance when they knew they were special, the way they played the game of basketball. Did you ever have a moment like that where you realized that you could make it as a player?
Yeah, there was a time when that became more realistic to me, Kevin. And I grew up in Cleveland, and during the summers, a lot of the Cleveland Cavaliers would stay in the area and play pickup basketball to stay in shape. And I got a chance to bump heads with a lot of those guys, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow, Austin Starr, Dingo Smith, Mike Mitchell. And I was only 15, 16 years old, and while those guys were going at half speed, it gave me the encouragement that I might be able to get to where they were if I continued to work hard and stay healthy. So at 15 or 16, during one of those summers, I began to realize that I might have a chance to realize the dream of being an NBAer.
Both free throws good from Bayless.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth. They could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime.
Here's Rozier. Bayless covering. The kick out to Brown. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here this summer.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Now here's Bayless. He's covered closely. Bangs home the trifecta. 6 points for the bodyguard.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And it's Brown missing.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Embiid with a screen on Brown. Hooks one up. And there's a call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Philadelphia. Johnson comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's T.J. McConnell in for change. Ellis is checked in. Boston trailing. Picked by Horford. And here's Brown outside. No good there. We come back right after this. Talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and still to this day. It's just the competitiveness that I believe my oldest brother built into me when I was little.
And that kind of relentless determination is something Monte is known for. And one of the reasons he's been around for a decade in the NBA as a consistently good player.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Philadelphia.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove. in this game.
One other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
T.J. McConnell is out there with Robert Covington. And there's Embiid. Then it's Johnson. And it's the bodyguard. And it's Patricia. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite streak. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. And both free throws good for Covington.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
That's to Rozier. Teardrop shot. And Embiid with the block.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when that shot is coming.
Here's McConnell. Drills the three-pointer. McConnell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. It's really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Hit by Horford. Ellis with it. Now defended by Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%. The 76ers leading by 5. Pass to the bodyguard. He kicks it to Covington. Launches a 3. And Tatum pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. From 11 feet away and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And that's now 9 points for Jaylen Brown. McConnell kicks to Embiid, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Celtics trail by 3. Irving dishes to Tatum. Brown outside. And he could not get them 1 to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. The defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. Free throw, no good. And Clark, as you've watched the game at both the college and pro levels over the years, what has been the biggest change for you in your view of that?
Well, you know what, Kevin, there are a couple of things. The athleticism, the real emphasis on training and strengthening the core, meaning from your kneecaps to your sternum. The work that's done to train the hamstrings and quads and glutes, and that core area as a place of power, as your center of power, is one of the significant changes I've seen, not just in basketball, but all sports. And it's benefited the athletes greatly and the overall athleticism. And then from a playing standpoint or on the floor standpoint, I think the three-point shot. I think that's been the biggest dramatic change in the game.
That evens the score. Brown's got 7 points for the quarter.
Hey guys, you're not going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. I mean, he's simply on a tear right now.
McConnell, the teardrop falls in.
Splendid release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Now here's Irving. He's covered by McConnell. Kicks it to Tatum. On the wing, Irving. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And it's 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
How about the vision of Ellis? Nice job finding guys in their spots.
Passes it to McConnell. Here's the bodyguard. From past the arc. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Brown. Tatum kicks to Irving. Down low. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. The Machines checked in for Embiid. Boston also with the sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Jaylen Brown.
One shot, gentlemen.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. They set the pick. Irving with a clean look. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Stolen by Ellis. And now Ellis rolling the floor. Oh, jam!
Come on now, bring the thunder, rock that rim. And you know, with Ellis, his quickness and speed is not just limited to the offensive end now. He's just as focused as a defensive player.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Tice. A rebound by Johnson.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's the bodyguard, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Boston. For Philadelphia, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. First free throw is good. And the 76ers with some changes. Primetime's checked in for Johnson. And Baniswan subbed in for T.J. McConnell. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
He was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is that it's this case with all great players. He feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
That's good from Irving.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
Good on goal.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, funny. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Hayward with a screen for Irving. Now Hayward. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. They set the pick. Off the pick. And he's free throw coming up.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Marcus Smart's check in for Ellis. Drops for Hayward.
And there has been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I got to believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
That is one. Passes to Simmons. Over Irving. And he gets that one to go off the front line. 8 points for Ben Simmons.
Excellent precision and focus from Simmons. Feeling nobody can guard him down on the block, and he's right most of the time.
Bangs home the trifecta. Hayward's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics. And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
Here's Irving. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Dishes to Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Irving's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Celtics. That is one. Passes to Simmons. Good on the bucket. Simmons got 10.
Simmons absolutely in his comfort zone near the rim. I mean, uses his body extremely well and typically gets exactly the kind of shot he wants.
Here's the feed to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock from downtown. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The Machine's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires for 3. Rebound Boston. Hayward's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Feeds it to Irving. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. He gets that one.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
The pass to prime time. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Irving, caught it from 12. 16 points for him.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots.
Pass to Bannister. Lets the 3 fly. No good on that one. Boston leading by 5. Hayward kicks to Smart. He dishes it to Irving. He feeds it to Tatum. Tipped away. Shot clock at 5. It's up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Time's got 9.
You know, leaving somebody that wide open is not proof. I mean, you got to expect to get burned when you put that kind of effort forward.
Hayward kicks to Tatum. It's deflected. They get it back. And here's Simmons. He's got 10. Passes it to Bannister. They set the pick. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Pattis one's got 5 points in the quarter.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget it.
not to like what we're seeing from Battis one.
I don't think the defense has an answer for him, Kevin. I mean, he's simply going off right now, knocking down everything.
Will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the machine. Sarge comes in for Robert Covington. J.J. Reddick's checked in for Battis one. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Ben Simmons. Now here's Smart. Defense is right there. Horford sets a screen for Smart. Off the pick. Whoa!
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Bayless dishes to Reddick. Back to Bayless. Pass to Holmes. Unloads from 13. And no good. Good work defensively by Horford. The Celtics with them wide open. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 14 points for Gordon Hayward.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Sharp. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Rozier. Bayless covering. Dish out to Hayward. Picked by Horford. Hayward passes to Horford. And again, it's Boston converting.
And the jump shot of Al Horford, cash, money, all the time. Got to D him up, or you pay the price.
Out to the wing. Lets it go with the 3. That's in. The Celtic lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from prime time.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Horford with the screen on Reddick. Back to Miles. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Miles has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Celtics.
That is what Miles is out there to do now. I mean, a very consistent 3-ball bomber.
The pass to prime time. So the wing on the left. Here's Holmes. And that one's on target from the wing.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Miles. Ready for the rebound. Philadelphia shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Here's Charge. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Rozier. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. For 3, Hayward. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here with you folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. You are watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first 3-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Their defense has been practically non-existent. Sure, they're facing a team that got hot. You can even say a bit lucky at times, but no one is stepping up on D and taking anything away. Have some pride. Don't let a guy shoot like that in your face.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, and he accumulated a lot of assists. I like how unselfish he was, Greg.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Boston leading by 4 on the court right now for the Celtics. Smart is out there with Irving, and it's Hayward. Then there's Horford.
And the way Irving scores, that's what you're thinking defensively. Then he beats you with the pass.
Pass to prime time. They set the screen. The 3. They grab their own miss. Here's the machine. Makes it off the glass. The machine's got 6.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Pick by Horford. Back to Irving. It's tipped. Here's Banis one, guarded by Smart. And here's Simmons for 3. Pass to Banis one. Here's Primetime, guarded by Smart. Second shot opportunity. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. For Philadelphia, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. 2 shots. And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. There's the screen. Horford sets a screen for Smart. Tries a 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. 7 points in the game. Philadelphia trails by 5. And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard grip.
I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player the Celtics look for.
And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. Philadelphia on D. Pick by Horford. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving. The 76ers are gone. 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Primetime, and it's in there. Primetime's got 4 this quarter.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Now here's Smart. He's covered closely. There's a screen. Pick by Horford. Shot clock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot from deep. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Horford. Smart's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics. Here's Pettis one, running by Smart. Out to the right wing. The pass to the machine. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pettis one. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Celtics leading by 6. Hayward outside. Kicks it to Smart from 17 feet out, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Smart's got 12 points in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Moving against Simmons. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. And a chance now to review the shot chart for Philadelphia.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. That there has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you're making life far too easy.
Shot from the inbound. Hayward can hit. Philadelphia trails by 5. There's a good screen. Knocked away. Irving kicks to Horford. And counted. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for the machine. Johnson comes in for Saric. Bodyguards checked in for prime time. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons.
Horford just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
From deep three-point range, that one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 5 in the bucket from Bodyguard.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Here's Irving. That's that one through the hole, making him now 7 of 13 in this game. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism, but Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. And don't forget also, he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up. How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Ellis dishes to Horford. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And that's 11 points for Horford.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
The Bodyguard passes to Embiid. And here's McConnell. Over to the left wing. Ellis on the double team. Tries from 10. Dishes it to Embiid. But they'll get another chance. Pass to the Bodyguard. Trains the three-pointer. The Bodyguard's got 6 here in this quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Now here's Tatum. He's guarded by Johnson. They get it back. Brown up again.
Far hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Here's Pettis one. 19 points in the game. Now here's Brown. On On the wing, Irving. He's covered by McConnell.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Out left to the wing. Here's baddest one. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the 76ers. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Celtics. Boston with the ball. They lead by one. Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. Shoots off the screen. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right. They're happy with that shot.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail right.
Got a piece of it. Unhindered, going all the way. And he dunks it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. The young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Good work there as it goes. Miles has got 9.
Love the tenacity from Miles. Just simply skying up and finishing strong inside.
And B, the screen. Back to McConnell. And Joel Embiid again. And the 76ers lead by 3. Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Tatum picks to Irving. Over McConnell. And it's Boston with another.
Well, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Here's McConnell. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 7.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now, here is Irving. He's covered by McConnell. Irving gets to Brown. And there's the feed to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. Uncovered. And it's Boston with another.
Hey, you got to give a thumbs up to Ellis and his basketball IQ. I mean, he's a high-efficiency scorer off the screen.
Embiid, the pass to the body. Here's baddest one. He's guarded by Ellis. And it's Miles with the rebound.
You must make that one. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
Drills the three-pointer.
Really good to see Brown drop in the perimeter jumper. Showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Checked in for Philadelphia. Bayless comes in for T.J. McConnell. And a change for the Celtics. Rozier's checked in. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Now here's Bayless. Defense right on him. Here's the bodyguard. No good with the triple. Boston's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The bodyguard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He kicks it to Bayless. The 15-footer, and Embiid gets it to go. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Here's Rozier. Bayless covering. Brown outside. Off the screen and finished off by Brown.
Hey, I don't think there's any excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. I mean, he's brilliant at throwing it down if the defense doesn't stop it.
Here's the bodyguard. From the top of the key, he buries it. The bodyguard's got 10 points in just the second half. There's the pick. Screen by Ellis. Rozier kicks to Tatum. Pass to Rozier. And Embiid with the block. And he recovers it. And the basket by Rozier.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Redick with the bucket.
And they work the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
It's hauled in by the 76ers. The bodyguard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. It's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
And Joel Embiid, from the time he started playing basketball in Cameroon through the University of Kansas, Clark, he began patterning his game after Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, it sounds like he's a visual learner because he got a DVD of Hakeem and said he watched it almost daily. Their stories are similar. Both started playing hoops relatively late. Both are from Africa. And you watch the gracefulness of Embiid's moves inside. Easy to see the influence of Olajuwon. And, you know, Joel Embiid quickly emerging as one of the league's elite rim protectors. I mean, Coach Brett Brown called him the crown jewel, the centerpiece to their defense.
Fires the 3, and again, Boston with the triple.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holmes has a screen. Passes it to the body. And stolen by Hayward. And the jam by Hayward. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's the bodyguard. 20 points for him. The 3. Off the mark. That concludes the 3rd quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Celtics lead by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. But the past, the future, they don't matter.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Ben Simmons is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Jared Bayless, and it's the machine in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Boston trails. Here's Rozier beyond the arc, and the Celtics hit again from deep. Boy, right down to the wire here, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Hayward outside. Hayward is double. Wants to get to Smart and does. Nice ball movement by Boston. It doesn't go for him.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy. Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Hayward with the ball. Hayward is double. Tice. Loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Bayless from long range. Another three for Philadelphia.
You know, throughout Bayless's career, he's proven to be quite dependable from outside. If you don't get a hand up on him, he'll drop in that perimeter shot for you.
Here's Rozier. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Feeds it to Miles. Now here's Smart, covered by Reddick. Shot from 16. Smart misses. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Sensing the contact coming and adjusting his shot accordingly. Nice recognition and adjustment by Simmons.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And Ben Simmons has what I think is elite defensive potential. Quick feet, quick hands, good size, good IQ, and he's a terrific rebounder.
And defensive versatility is so important nowadays. Simmons' combination of size and mobility enables him to defend multiple positions.
And you know, Kevin, I think he can be an outstanding defensive player, even though his effort was questioned while he was at LSU. He still came up with blocks and steals, and I think he's got a good basketball IQ, and if he makes a commitment at that end of the floor, I think he could be better than average there.
For Philadelphia. Sarge comes in for Jared Bates. And primetime subbed in for Robert Covington. Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. Kyrie Irving comes in for Rozier. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He is not happy with the perimeter defense. He said, guys, our three-point line is too lax and they're getting wide open shots. Got to get over screens and get on top of them and get them off the line. We'll see if they get the message, guys.
Thank you, David.
And Reddick drains these shots constantly. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
Irving against Simmons. Hit by Horford. Back to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Over Simmons. Got a piece of it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The 76ers leading by 7. To the left wing. Here's crunch time, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Philadelphia.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
And he knocks down the first one.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line to this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
He's perfect from the line this time. More and more we see coaches resting players to keep them from getting overworked. The benefits, Clark, are clear for the players, but is it something that is getting overused?
I don't know if overused is the right word, Kevin. I don't like to see it as much because I think there are other ways you can rest players. Games can be part of your strategy. Well, how about practice being more a part of how you rest players? It got an awful lot of attention this past season, and for good reason. And I would think the coaches and players will adjust because it's not a good optics for your viewing public and your paying patrons to just arbitrarily do it. I understand it, but I think there's a balancing act that could be performed that would make it not appear as disruptive to the fans as it was this past season.
He dishes it to Smart. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The 76ers leading by 9 to the right side. Pulls it from 20. Outside, Redick. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's the machine, guarded by Horford. Shoots from 12. And the pass is good. A bank shot that time. The machine's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Hayward outside. Hayward missing again. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Simmons with it. Guarded now by Irving. Here's the machine. Got that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Horford up top. The Celtics working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Boston again missing. The 76ers leading by 13. Here's Simmons. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I tell you what, when Simmons is taking it strong to the rack, he's looking for the contact and the foul. I love his aggressiveness.
Taking 2 shots.
First one calls for.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable the talent this man has and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
Baddest ones checked in for J.J. Redick. That one is no good. Celtics trail by 14. Smart dishes to Irving. Hayward outside to end the run. It's deflected.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Baddest one. Pulls up on the wing. The pass to the machine. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
It's stolen by Sharks. Here's Baddest one. Sinks the three-pointer. Baddest one's got 25 points in the game.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Now Irving. To the inside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Philadelphia leading by 19. Pass to prime time. And that one is stuffed right through.
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Simmons against Irving. In the corner, Tatum with it. Pocket 6. They need this one. The shot comes out, and Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Baddest one. Outside, Simmons. Passes to Baddest one. Here's the machine. They set the screen from past the arc, and there's the call on Dario Saric. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Celtics trail by 21. Outside Irving. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got 23 points.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Here's Saric, and Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Irving passes to Tatum over Saric. Tatum's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Over to the wing. There's the dish to Saric. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the 76ers lead by 20.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And we just had one of the closer MVP races in recent memory. Clark, do you define the MVP as a player with the most impressive stats, or the best player on the best team, or somewhere in between?
Kevin, to me, the MVP is an individual award. Clearly, we play a team game in the NBA, and a team's performance is part of that, but it's a small part of it to me. An MVP performance is one that not only has consistent high-level statistical production, influences winning at a good rate, but also stands out in the magnitude of the moments this player has over the course of the season. Those two things drive the needle for me as an MVP voter if I had such a vote.
Presentation of our Jordan player of the game, the Machine.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Shoots from 14, uses the glass that time, and it's good. The Machine's got 16 points here in the second half. Celtics trail by 19. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Tatum. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 7th assist in the game.
You know, once he works on a consistent three ball and puts that in his toolkit, I think it'll be hard to guard. I like the fact that he's trying to expand his game.
Here's Saric. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Irving against Simmons. Irving kicks to Tatum. There's the pick. Back to Irving. And another basket for Boston.
And Irving is super aggressive on offense, constantly looking to shoot the ball. I love his mentality.
Here's Baddest one. Outside for Simmons. Back to Saric. Over Horford. That's short off the rim. Celtics trail by 14.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Philadelphia.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And once again, they're going to come out on top in this series. 3 straight victories in as many games on the season against this team. They've done a great job of just playing their best when it mattered most against the Celtics.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Machine.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone. Well, I tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And there's the pass to prime time. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. From deep. Rebound, Boston.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line. Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.